beloved. I thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time, okay? To those who are keen on becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly signed readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, as well as career and finances. All right. The link is listed down in my description box below to those who are keen on becoming Patreon members. Or you can join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google. Search it and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Let us tap in and find out why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God, okay? I'm channeling something here, alright? I'm seeing the Ten of Swords, which is confirming the channeling. I feel as though there are people whom you've completely outgrown. Like, it's not just about the position you were once in and now you're in a different one. It's like, when I say completely outgrown, it's like utterly, like there isn't anything that you can compare, or rather, comparison is the death of all of us. But there isn't anything that you can sort of resonate with when it comes to people that you've outgrown. It's like you can vividly not only just see it, but like you can't even put yourself in certain positions with those people. Because it's like, if you were to try to test the waters, like, okay, maybe if I give this person a second shot, you know, maybe we can evolve together, grow together, and all those things, and both be prosperous within our individual lives. Like, you will see, you know, how you're stooping low. You know what I'm saying? You will see it in the way the person is and the way you are. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like you were meant to leave these people behind. You were meant to take a different path, do things differently, stand in a different energy. It was just something that was meant to happen for you. And those that were left behind were meant to stay behind, because they were meant to enter with you in your new chapter of life. They would not resonate with it. You know, you would have to fit them in and force it. And that's not why you should do things in life. You should do things in life in a free-flowing way so that you're not burdened. You know, you're not tired of it. You know what I'm saying? We got the Eight of Swords to the Justice, both upright here. It's as if you've like been, I feel like, yes, you outgrew people and now you're in a different place in your life. But not only just that, I feel like the place that you're in right now in your life, the people that were once in your life, the ones you've outgrown, those that you were once connected to, right? There's this burning desire that they have to be a part of your life again. Like I feel like it's like some form of desperation that they have to really be a part of your life again. They would be willing to fit in whatever category, whatever box, whatever role, whatever character they have to play, just for you to see them in a way that you resonate with them enough to have them in your reality like that. You know what I'm saying? But it would be a risky commitment to allow anybody that you've outgrown, anybody from your past that you've moved on from, it would be a risky commitment to allow them back in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you've outgrown people for a reason. You no longer resonate with them for a reason. It'd be dead weight. It'd be like burdensome. You'd be watering a dead plant or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come back alive. It's dead. And just let it die. I feel like that's what you've done. You've let things die. But just because you are in this energy of moving forward and getting your good karma in life, it doesn't mean that the people you've left behind are in the same energy. I feel like these are people that are still bound and trapped to certain things of life, things that they can't get out of, mindsets, energies of life that they attach to, things that they get up to that they can't really get any evolution from. Like they do things that are low vibrational, and you know what I'm saying, you can't expect to do a low vibrational thing or low vibrational things and then be placed in a high vibrational position in life. Like you get what you give, and these people have been giving out certain energies in their life and they haven't outgrown these circumstances. They haven't found better, done better. And there's this level of jealousy for the fact that you have, it seems like you have not only outgrown them, but you found your way of life. Like you found yourself. And the jealousy stems from not only that, but it stems from other things too. I feel like these are people here that you weren't just meant to be in their life forever, or you know what I'm saying? It was bound to get to this point where they just did wait, and now you have no choice but to remove them from your life and call judgment when it comes to this, right? And I feel like it's crazy because how it actually worked out for you was like you ended up being victorious in your life when you started to choose yourself. Not only just based on these people, but when you started to let go of things of life that you once resonated with and you saw that they were depleting your spirit or putting you in a low vibrational energy, you took accountability of that and you decided to tap into life in a high vibrational way. That's why you're receiving justice and good karma. That's why there can be victories in your life based on the things that you are doing, the things that you can do for yourself, and you know what life is unfolding for you, right? So it's like these people are still trapped in certain energies, still trapped in certain things, and they're unable to see past that entrapment, and they feel like since you have made it out or you seem to have figured it out, right, they would love to be in your energy just so you can do the same for them. Like, see, that's the problem here. That's why this is dead weight or should remain dead, or this is like a risky thing where it would be a risky commitment to have anybody from your past back in your reality. Because it's not them wanting to grow for themselves and do better for themselves. They see you doing it and then they're like, okay, this person can serve me in this way. Like I can reach out to them and now I'll have this. Like, what is that? Like, we got the Four of Cups here. And then we got the Ace of Wands. It's as if like the more they see you like doing better for yourself in life, the more they want to be included in your life. Like it makes them feel low to know that they once had access to you and now you have all this going on and you can do this for yourself and you are in this position and they can't leash onto it or they can't benefit from it. You can't give them resources, ideas, access to things that they need. You know what I'm saying? It will never be that. And that puts heaviness in these people's spirits here, because they would love nothing more than to feed on you just so that they can be where they want to be in life. So you didn't make a bad choice by removing yourself from these people's lives, because what they were going to constantly do is just drain you of your energy. You were going to have to continue to speak life unto them and feed them something that they weren't ready to receive or they weren't willing to receive. You know, you should allow things to be dead when they are, because the more you keep trying to revive it, the more it's just going to drain you. And when it drains you good, right? You start to lose out on good opportunities in life because of certain people, of certain things that you decided to tap into, knowing that they're not good for you, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you taking accountability, knowing better and doing better, it's what put you in this position. Why don't they be inspired by that? Why don't they try and attempt to do the same in their world? Instead, they're seeing your blessings, your achievements, your growth as it's like they see it in an opportunist way. You know what I'm saying? They just want to get what they want from it, because it will be like, oh, 2 birds with 1 stone. I get into this person's energy, they can do this for me, they can do that for me, and that's it, I win. So you're being called to be careful. Never allow a person that you've released back into your life, because you've already released them and closed off the chapter for a reason. Even if they try to give you reasons to return into your energy, or they try to act different, do different, it's all a facade at the end of the day. They're just playing a role. They're just embodying a character that they feel like, you know, you fitted in your head. Like, oh, maybe it's like they doing whatever it takes to kind of make you see them differently, so that like they can have a way in your life. And these are like different people here trying to do this. It's like they can't believe that at one point they had access to you the way they did, and now it's like that's no more. Life is just moving, and you've moved on with yours. Like you've achieved certain things, and like you're in control. It's like I feel like if you were to allow these people or certain people of the past here, you know what I'm saying, that are trying to come back into your energy, if you were to allow them, all that they would do is sort of like put you in the forefront of everything. When they need finances, you know what I'm saying, when they need a place to crash, when they need certain things to happen for them, or they need a ride, or they need this they need you to validate them. Like it's like you would be like an energy bank for these people. You would be like a source, a beacon of something for them, and you would literally be drained because you won't be receiving anything out of this. It will be unrequited. You know what I'm saying? It will be so unrequited. You can call not to take these. God is saying like it's a beautiful thing that you found yourself in life the way you have. And these people of the past shouldn't make you feel any less of yourself just because they haven't found themselves. I mean, after all, life is a journey for everybody, and everybody walks a different path of life. And yours has led you to your justice, and just they should be clapping hands and saying, you know what, I can just imagine what is possible in life. This person was once in this predicament, this state of being, and now they're in this predicament, this state of being. There is so much possibility. I'm inspired. I should also take accountability, ask them, you know what I'm saying, what they've done or what decisions they've made, so that I can see my faults and see maybe what I'm not getting right. Not to just have all these opportunist ways of thinking and feeling like, oh, if I approach this person like this and say this, I know they're going to want me back in their life or take me back, and then I'm just going to leash out to them because they have this and this and this, or they have these resources. Like, that's no. Like, what do you call that? Like, you're just an energy vampire, and you're seeing somebody as an energy bank. Things that they've worked so hard to achieve, a position that didn't come overnight. It was a breakthrough, you know what I'm saying, for them. And you want to just feed onto it, and you didn't even contribute jack? Nah, you screwed up. You know what I'm saying? Keep having control of your life, beloved. Keep tapping into life the way you have, and allow yourself to enjoy your prosperity where it's true. You know what I'm saying? Wherever there's a door opening for you, wherever you have achieved certain things on life that are putting you in a better position, like, allow yourself to be happy in your own justice. And people that choose to not be happy for you, well, what can you do? You don't live for them. You know what I'm saying? Even if you once knew them, once connected to them, this was that, it no longer is what it is now. And that's all that matters, because the past means nothing, literally. It means like yesterday, it means nothing. So let's just move forward, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all we can do, that's all there is. And that should speak volumes. The fact that moving forward is all there is. You know? Because it just shows that the past is nothing but a lesson. It should serve as that, and it should be looked at as that, and we should move on. Because if we try to make it something that it's not and try to fit it in our present and try to include it in our future, it's always going to hold us in a box. And we'll never fully live the life that we want to live outside of the past, because nothing good comes from our past if we admit it. And that's the truth of life. Like, the past is to learn, because you never walk this life with everything that, like, yeah, I know what to do. I know that this is right. I know myself. I figured this out. Nah, you figure it out along the way, and you make mistakes and you learn. And if you choose to stay in the mistake, then you are literally signing yourself up for bad karma. You won't get the justice of life that you need. You know what I'm saying? You get what you signed up for. And these people, they've made certain decisions and choices that have put them in this situation, and you've chosen to do different, and that's why you are where you are. And that's the difference in life, where we choose. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these people have chosen for themselves, and you have as well, and it is nothing to feel bad about. There's nothing to feel bad about just because you made better decisions and choices. You know, at some point you were putting them on. At some point you were also, you were also trying to flourish with them, and they stayed behind because they just don't have it like you do in whatever way. And that's okay, because in life we're meant to go through things where we realize and awaken based on what we learn from. That's what life is about. If life was so linear where everything just happens and it's just like, what would be the point of it? As much as it would mean that there would be more tranquility and like peace, you know what I'm saying, within each and every one of us, if things would just, nothing happen to us. But like, life is about experience. You need certain things to happen to you so that you awaken to who you are truly. You know, because a circumstance can be dead, and because nothing is happening, you feel like, okay, it's not dead, it's alive, until something happens that makes you realize otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Life is about experience, and you've chosen to take your experiences with a grain of salt, and you've seen things for what they are. You're not going to punish yourself for it. You're not going to stay in it and embrace your pain and do all these things. You've decided to release it so that you further move on in a better way in life. You're doing better, you are better. You know what I'm saying? Give me one more here. And it's not to say that these people are weak, you know, but it's all about how you think at the end of the day. Okay, I got two. You got the death to the high priestess. These people feel like you drastically changed in a way that they can't even explain. You know what I'm saying? They can't put any form of understanding to it. It's just like, they feel like it's just what it is. And all that they can do is just feed off of it the best way possible that they can. You know, they would love to understand the whole story, but they feel like you've outgrown so much and you've already accomplished so much that it's just not necessary, you know, to do that. And that's how they think. If they thought of it in a way of like, it's necessary, I would love to know how this person went from this to that. Maybe I can see where in my life I can do better. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be inspired, guys. It's okay to be inspired by another person. When has our ego gone so big that you can't acknowledge when somebody inspires you, when you just admire them, where you look up to them in certain aspects of life? Like, that's okay. Like, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? And these people are not wanting to admit certain things to you. They would rather be energy vampires and stay in the energy of trying to reach. Anyway, I do feel like God is going to just keep prospering you in life, like, because you meet God halfway by making the correct decisions and choices, not based on like what you think, what you desire, and it's like, you know what, this is it for me. Like, nah, you making it based on a clear clarity mindset where you've been through a lot of things in life. You've been through certain things of life and you've learned, and you're making decisions based on your lessons. You know what I'm saying? You're taking every day as it comes, and you're seeing life for what it is. You're not choosing to be delusional just because this happened to you, that was said to you, that was done to you. Nah. Because that's what people do. They stay in the entrapment of what happened to them, and they refuse to see the truth of life because of what happened to them. Well, the truth is, things happen to all of us. Literally. And we make the decision and choice to allow those things to control us. And now I'm embodying the fact that I had a mom that did witchcraft on me all these years. How dare she? Like, yo, she made that decision and choice, and I'm gonna make my own by building a better life. And I hope one day she finds peace enough to be able to meet God in a clean way without all the rubbish that she got up to someone who was innocent. I didn't deserve that, and that's how you should see it. You didn't deserve to be put through certain things. So why hold on? It didn't happen to you because you deserved it. It happened to you because that's what life is. And unfortunately, we all here, regardless of the truth of what we know about life. Every day we try and figure life out. And some people just stay behind on the pain and the trauma and the addictions and all those things that hold them back from actually figuring life out on their own, or in a way that will cater to them, in favor and blessings and in opportunities and ideas and creativity, like in good ways. Because I'm also getting here, like, these people want you to feel bad for the fact that they stayed behind, so that like you feel remorse and you want to help them. Like, no, you took this upon yourself and you learned the lessons. You know what I'm saying? You did the shadow work. You took accountability. It was not easy. And that's the thing of life. When you hit that breakthrough, it happens because you've already been through the struggle. And people don't want to go through the struggle. They see the struggle as something that shouldn't exist. Well, well, you know what I'm saying? Choose to stay in that energy of this is why, or grow up. We have the Fool. We have the Three of Pentacles here. We have Gemini, Libra, Leo, Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, Pisces, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, energy, all right, as well as Gemini. What I'm seeing here, it's like life is going to further present you with situations, moments, experiences of you seeing how far you've come. Like, you're going to really see how far you've come. And it's not just by seeing it based on how many people are trailing back, but you're going to see it in the way your life unravels itself. It's like an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. It's like receiving an opportunity or a door opening that you know that is going to propel you to a level of life that now it's a different league. Now it's a different vibration, different frequencies, a different way of being, of living, like, and it's not coming out of nowhere. Like, the decisions we make in life every single day, you choose to get up in the morning and go to work or invest in things that you want to be prosperous in. You choose to maintain your goals and ambitions and still believe in them. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't make that decision and choice, things would just die. Or you would die. And you would never really discover who you actually meant to become based on the things of life that have to unravel itself so that you see. Things have to happen so that you see. Things happen so that we see. Because we don't walk the path of life with all-knowing knowledge. We're not God. And God unravels situations, memories, people, places, things, objects, experiences that will bring truth and knowing. And whether they come in a form of a painful experience, a painful this, a painful that, or it comes in a very happy way, It's like in the end, it's for your highest good, for you to realize truth and live life in that instead of living life in delusion. Because when you live in delusion, you are not in life with reality. You are just doing life in a way of like feeding yourself anything that you see fit, just because you want to get by. But the best thing in life is the truth, because it literally does what they say it does. It sets us all free. Knowing it, discovering it, seeing it. It's like, even if you always knew something within you, or you've always had an inkling, you've always really, and then something confirms it, it's going to relieve you like, damn, I knew it. I knew it. And that's what God is going to do. God is going to put you in positions where a lot of things are going to be confirmed in truth, because you chose to be of truth with yourself by taking accountability of life. You chose that first, and then everything else came after. You didn't choose to do what's comfortable. You chose to do what's right. And that's why you're growing at this pace. That's why they can't even explain the pace of life that you're growing in. Like, the control you have of your life now, and the things that you can do for yourself, like everything is in a position of like such foundation that no one can push you off any course or shape you or break you or make you. Like, nah, everything is happening because God is allowing it to happen in your life. You know what I'm saying? God has a hand in your life, and things are going to keep unraveling themselves, and God is going to keep healing you from the painful experiences that you chose to release. Every day you choose to release it. And as much as it's hard to release certain things, the choice you made to do so gives God a chance to actually take it away. And it will never be there. It will never hurt you. It will never bother you. It will never do anything in your spirit, in your mind, in your heart. Because you are subconsciously making the decision every day to release the pain by not allowing it to control you, change your mood, make you be someone you're not. You are consciously now aware of it, and therefore you're tapping your subconscious in that even when you're not actively saying, I don't want to deal with this, I'm done with this, God will do it for you, because you've already made that decision, and it's already in your spirit, in your heart. It's already in your mind that you don't want to deal with this. And unfortunately, us in life that tend to be of good and choose good, we are followed by bad, and certain experiences are bad, and they just get worse and worse until the karmic cycle ends. You know what I'm saying? And just because something was really bad and it just got worse, it was not to put you in a painful situation, a compromising predicament or state of being. It was to show you the fullest extent of a specific person and what they're capable of in life, the fullest extent of this environment and what it can do to you. It's like permanent damage can be done. And God wanted to prove certain things by putting you through the worst of the worst, so that like when all is said and done and the karmic cycles are closed and everything is over, you don't even think twice. And that's like some lessons that God just stretches, so that He brings out of us the things that like need to be released, and He puts in us the things that need to remain. Some people are so good that they put up with certain things, and they give excuses as to why they do it, or they just do it because they don't want to deal with the confrontation more and more, or all types of things. But in life, God strengthens us so that we deal with it. We deal with it, and when it happens, it's no longer like, I'm giving a reason to this situation, to this person, to this experience. It's like you see it for what it is and you deal. And life is about what we are learning. We're first timers. No matter how much of a past life you think you have, that's up to our ancestors. That's our ancestry lineage. That's our bloodline. Those are the past lives. Don't ever think you have this figured out. Once you start to tap into life like you have it figured out, life is going to whip that ass. Because you're here for the first time, you don't even know what you think you know yet until you've been through certain things. So allow yourself to go through things, but don't hold on to them. You've learned what you've learned, so now Leave it alone. I'm being called to end this message here. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. Thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. To those who are keen or interested in becoming Patreon members, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as the spiritual path. I also offer personal readings for $50 per month on my Patreon, right? You get a personal reading from me every month for $50 per month based on love, spiritual path, as well as career and finances. The link is listed down in my description box below to those who are keen to tap into my Patreon. Or you can tap into my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google. Search it, it'll lead you to my Patreon website where you can sign up and join. Thank you to those who have already. I appreciate you all. I will see you all soon. Goodbye.